put it a couple of days in the week if you go by that weekly schedule, and if you want to gradually influence it. I'm just one straight meal all day. Whenever I'm hungry, I eat from the meal, and that's it. So that's where I'm going off. So that's about all that's happening in the world of religion for me today. That I figured I had to tell everybody about. All right. So yeah. So you know, take heed to the words that I've been speaking, and put some action to it, and try to get something good happening. And remember, if you're out there, or for all these people that are out there, always speaking negative about things, think about about you, about what you believe, and if you're really being fair. And if you don't really have belief, and you're stuck in that, that bad cycle of the bad way of always speaking bad, and you just don't have anything else, well then just listen to me, okay, and try those things, and gradually, slowly, you begin to, to realize things and start having things in your life that matter, and to know that there's something at stake here. It's not a worldly life where things don't matter. No, things are the matter that have to be taken care of. Otherwise, without it, the accidents happen. And then you get the bad result, and then, so there's a certain way to do things, and that's by what I'm saying, all right? So, you know, yeah, start, so start in getting something happening, all right? And yeah, so yeah, start to get something happening. I'm gonna be putting more of these videos. I'm gonna be a bit quiet now, but I've put now. I'm only putting on X. I'm only posting on X. I haven't got a Facebook. I've got a YouTube, but I'm not. These videos are 2-minute videos, so I'm pausing every 2 minutes to put it just on X. I'm not. Maybe I should put one. I'll probably put one on YouTube. Yeah, I should put one on YouTube. So I began posting on X first, so on Twitter first. So yeah, I'll see how it goes on YouTube. I might put just a full length one. I'll just put all these up and on a playlist, and see, if people would rather just, just leave it on a playlist in that regard, and yeah, uh, be healthy. Think about that, okay? So that the Quran, you can't be believing these people out there that are taking one verse and saying that Quran says to kill everybody if they're not Muslims and they're evil. But no, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say go murder everybody, they're evil people. No. The evil people also, it doesn't say, it mentions evil people, yeah, the devil's the evil people, the evildoers, but it doesn't mention them as Christians. It doesn't mention them as Jewish people, as Jews or Judaists. It doesn't mention them as Hindus or anything. No. It mentions people as a whole. It's speaking about mankind, about humanity, people as a whole. That people as a whole ended up losing the way and became bad. But there is a time where they become good. And in that time is the time there's a transition to begin knowing things and to correct the wrongs that are, make right the wrongs that have been committed to. So correct the wrongs that have been, to make good way. And that's it. You know what it says? It says too, the other day, and I haven't heard anybody get this verse out. It says, do good to those that do bad unto you, so that you might make a friend. How come I heard nobody say that? Do good to the evil people so that they might be affected by that and change, and that you might get a friend from that. Think about that. Okay? And you got the other ones. You save a person, this is like as if you save everybody. Alright? You murder somebody as if you murder, or you kill somebody as if you kill everybody. But it says this: do good to a person that does bad, and they might change, and you might get a friend out of that. Imagine that. Have you tried it? I have. That's all I try to do, and I've got friends that are it's natural to be that way for a lot of people. So think about it. All right. Study a few bit more on my post if you're only hearing this, or you maybe other things have been deleted from your memory that I'm not naming or not mentioning here, that I can't put all in this one video for you because I can't put everything. So I've got a lot of other things back there if you want to just scroll through it, if you want to know other things. But yeah, so try the chicken. Do good unto the bad people, alright? Tolerate as much as you can in doing good to those who do bad, so that they may, if you can, alright? If you can't, it's understandable. You can't you only go as much as you can. Whatever you can tolerate, whatever you can correct and make good, you do that. Alright? But don't be bad. Like these people going around always speaking bad about people. Alright? Don't you think if they had something to believe in, they could just go there. They could just go there, justly go there with their belief, with their faith. And that if they were righteous and really believed those people were doing bad, alright, they would just justly say what they were believing, and that would be an inspiration unto these people that are supposed to be bad, that don't know, because they face it, bad people, they don't know what's going on up here. Everything's insane. They don't know. So the good person would go there with a message, the messenger, the sender, would go there and say, what he believes in, to bring those people unto God, and the bad people would then realise and go, hang on, well, that's true. Why not give this a go? And bring them over, and you can be their friend and they can change, because that's how it has to happen. Because as long as you're condemning, you're going to end up condemning everybody, and you're going to be that way every day, and then you're going to be the same as them, and all you're going to do is speaking bad. Okay, so try to be good. Just give it a go, as I'm doing. Alright, I know everybody out there might see everybody's insane. They got the wrong thing. I'm saying this is how it is. Okay? Give it a try. Try it. It's pretty good. It's good. And then I might get a friend from you or anybody else that is listening to this. Okay? That is caught up in the evil way. And that's as much as I can tolerate. Yeah, I've put a few videos. I've cracked the shits. I've begin yelling and, all sorts of stuff. But, I'm working on myself too. I'm working on, other areas that I'm, working on, and I don't like that. But that at that time, that's as much as I could tolerate. Okay, I couldn't tolerate anymore. Okay, and I've gone back and I've been working on myself and becoming better, and this is another level. So, you keep working at it and become somebody. Okay, working towards that heaven, the goal of, being in that place and waking up and everything's okay. And you feel like getting up out of bed, not, you feel good about life. There's not going to be any conflicts. You can see out in the world and you can see, there's no wars going on. Nobody's arguing. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's working out. strive towards that and imagine the possibilities and know that it is possible. And know that the impossible bit is the imperfection, is the impractical bit, is the bad way. And that bad way has lied to you. It's the bad that lies. Don't condemn the people. The people don't know. The bad doesn't know, or the people, they don't know. The bad, it causes them to have no proper memory, to not know. You know? So, yeah, go towards good and know that that bad has to go away someday, and it's only right that good things begin to happen, okay? And that there is a word, it's called care, it's called cleanliness, it's called maintenance. There is that word, alright? Them words. And once those action is taken on those words, you can then begin to benefit, isn't it? But if it isn't, and those words are, the opposites of that, unclean, unmaintained, unhealthy, you're going to get the bad way. It's the bad way. And now it's easy to see everybody is the condition. It's wrong. I've mentioned before, I'm going through some horrible things, okay? It equals out among all people. I put in this video, yeah, I've got a lot of bad things that are around me that I'm fighting every single day, okay? Alright? Things aren't guaranteed like the other people have, that's guaranteed for them, that they have, I haven't got. Such as, transport to get around in. Everybody's got a car. I live in Australia. I've never had the opportunity to go drive, get my license and that. Everybody's got a car to go everywhere. I haven't. Most people that are 41 have a house. They have thousands of dollars away. They have anything they can purchase at a drop of a hat. They can go get, and if they need to move, they can just go somewhere else. I can't. I haven't got any of that. I don't have a house. I'm living in a friend's place that's an ex rooming house. That it's and I'm going to have to go soon because it's going to be demolished, and then there's going to be townhouses put up here, and I don't like living in those townhouses. I'm not. I've got things to do, other things, and it's not. I haven't got things there to move. So, and the people that are around me and what I've had to overcome, and for example, I know nearly everybody in my family's been to jail. Nearly everybody that I know back in the day has been, in there. I'm not interested in that. Figure, alright, if you were circumcised but everybody around you wasn't. Imagine that. Imagine. And everybody that wasn't circumcised has either been in jail or they're not here anymore. They're deceased from drugs and all that. And you're the only circumcised one and you haven't, and you're good. Imagine that, about how they would have been influencing you. And they didn't know. They didn't know. But I knew. I didn't feel ever really felt good around them. Okay? It's just weird. Like, who are they? Why are they being that way for? Later in life, I realised why. One of those main things is that they weren't. And I know they weren't. So, and I was. And so, just through, conversation and me getting older and realising something and being a bit cluey and, thinking, hey, hang on a minute, what's going on here? So, yeah, my dad's in aged care, he's only 68. I'm not going to speak about it anymore, but, been on welfare my whole entire life. trying to figure out answers, overcoming, trying to overcome, the insanity and all that, and having things and everything that's been told to me what a normal life is just ended up not being normal, ended up not being real to me, and it was very sad. It was a very sad time for me. Now I've come to know things, and that it doesn't matter, things are the matter, but most people out there, they're only saying they got a job because they're receiving cash or a wage at the end of the day. I'm not after that. That's not my priority. My priority is the goal, is the heaven. And in knowing what to do to get there. And if an economy is a part of the world, and if everybody's in an economy, then that economy, that cash or them dollars is going to have to come to me through somewhere, and it's going to have to, because it's only right, that it's only justice that I'm not left to suffer in knowing what I know, in knowing what's truly right, isn't it? The saying for it goes for to those who don't know that which won't hurt them. Well, I know something, so it's damaging to me. Okay, it's affecting me. The ones that don't know it, it doesn't affect them because they have no knowledge of it. But I have knowledge of it. I know things, so it affects me. It affects me very, very much. That is what I'm fighting every day. I can't be as everybody else in that regard because I know something. You see. And I've spoken about them things in other videos, and you might be thinking, what the fuck's he talking about here? What sort of things he's talking? Other things he knows. I've got other videos there about practicalities about things, and everybody's out there being as if they know something. If they only knew how much they were destroying the world. Alright? Then no, it's not about CO2. You can't see it. It's not about CO2. It's about the maintenance of it. It affects your surroundings and your emotions and who you are. You can't live in a place that's filthy. It's got to clean. You got to clean it up. Imagine the whole entire earth. Imagine. And everybody's out there clueless, going about whatever they're going on about, as if it's all natural for it not to be looked after. And just leave it, they say, to preserve the land. No. You've got to mow the grass. You've got to gather those leaves to incinerate with the water, to evaporate, as I was saying before, so it can rain and the grass can grow. The leaves aren't to be left on the ground for the next autumn to come over and over, and then it destroys all the grass. The grass can't grow, suffocates the ground when it rains. The rain can't penetrate the soil because all the leaves are there. No, the leaves don't become the soil. Okay, they dry. The sun dries as much water as it can. It sucks as much water until it becomes as it can, until the leaves become dry, and then they stay there until somebody walks over them, they crunch and they go to dust, sort of dusty, and then evaporate more, but they stay there, and it's no grass. When it rains, if there's a tree there, the tree can't grow properly because the rain doesn't reach the roots of the tree, and the trees then begin to become dilapidated. People are putting all this bark underneath trees and the bark everywhere. Where I live in Australia, they put it everywhere. They put this bark and they call it mulch, as if it's good for the earth. It's not good for the earth. It's unnatural. It's suffocating the soil. The grass can't grow. It doesn't break down into the soil and all the it doesn't happen. It's not how it works. For you to benefit in your life, the incineration needs to be done within the time where you're alive. Otherwise, if that rotten bit of wood stays there your whole entire life, you're never going to get to experience that growing, the water evaporating and growing on that tree again and experiencing that clean earth. It's forever going to be filthy, your surroundings. And you're going to be forever affecting somebody such as me that knows better. And it's going to be forever wrong until it's fixed, right? Because the knowledge wasn't here before. I'm doing this now, and this is one of my goals, to get this done and know that I'm heading this charge. I'm leading this charge. Okay, it's going to get done.